for to say, hey guys, it's Klaus. Boy, do I have something special for you today. There are winners and losers in life. Winners and losers. Losers and winners. And I got to give a shout out to these two guys, PZK93 and Bo369. Both these players played an amazing game, and I have both of their replays. And they were on separate teams. One of them ends up being a winner, and one ends up being a loser. I'm not going to tell you which one. And this is a long video, and I just have to point out right from the beginning here that if you have the attention span of a gnat and do not have the patience to watch, then, I don't know, scroll to the end and you can watch the last 2 minutes and you'll miss it all. But if you do have some patience, you're in for a treat here, because I am going to show you the game from both of their perspectives. And I'm not going to tell you which one first. This guy here in the M3 Lee, who is it? It's Bo369. He could be the winner or he could be the loser. I'm going to show you the game from his perspective, and then I'm going to show you the game from the Lux perspective, PZK93. But let's watch the M3 Lee first and see how he arrived at the precarious situation in which he finds himself at the end of this game. Aha, a little foreshadowing there. It is funny how a different series of events and circumstances can lead to one being in a particular situation, in a game or in life. Yes, all of us have trudged our way through our own existence, and somehow we've managed to get into whatever situation we are in right now. I am sitting here making a YouTube video for you to watch about a silly pixel tank game. How did I ever get to this point? I don't know. At one point I was happily employed in an office. Well, I shouldn't say happily employed. I wasn't happily employed. I hated my job. And I guess it showed, because eventually I got fired. That's a long story for another video. But anyways, a certain series of events and circumstances led to me being able to share this with you. And I'm sure that all of you have your own series of events and circumstances which led through the ever-winding road that you've traveled to lead you to where you are now. You are sitting on the other end looking at a screen watching my video. How did you ever end up where you are? I'm sure all of you have examples of things that shock you, like you're at work and you wonder, how the hell did that guy ever become the manager? He's a moron. Is it all skill and hard work and involvement and commitment? Is that all it is? Well, I would hazard to guess that 80% of it is luck or just showing up. We try our best to go and achieve what we set our minds out to achieve, and at the end of the day, well, there is just such an element of je ne sais quoi that takes over and leads us to where we are now. There was a guy at work, where I used to work, the biggest, creepiest moron that you would have ever met, who was one of the most highest ranking managers in the company. And it was a fairly large company that had offices all over the world. And this one moron somehow managed to get himself in a position of authority over just about everyone. And how did he do it? Was it hard work? Well, he was one of these guys that would immediately upon entering a situation take over and make 5 or 6 decisions based on no facts or analysis, just to show that, let everyone know that he was in charge. And the funny thing is, he ended up being viewed as annoying by just about everyone that had to work with him. And the other managers all hated him because he was clueless, and any project that he worked on would immediately be run into the ground or ruined because he would quickly try and make decisions based on not knowing anything. Everyone hated him. But there was this one policy in the company where, because it was a large company and had offices all over the world, there was a policy where certain employees could move to different offices to gain different experience. And it just so happened that since all the other managers that this guy worked with hated him, they all recommended him to be moved to another office just to get him out of their hair. Whenever someone suggested who would be a good candidate to move to the so-and-so office, well, his name would always come up. And because of this, he got moved 7 or 8 times. 7 or 8 times, everyone that he worked with hated him enough and despised him so much that they all recommended that he move somewhere else. And he was transferred, and he accepted the transfers. He just showed up. 80% of success was just showing up. And that's what he did. He just kept showing up at different regions, different offices within the company, because he kept getting pushed away from wherever he worked. Well, after some time, he built up a resume of experience in all 14 regions of the company and kept getting promoted because he was viewed as the candidate that understood the company the most. A series of circumstances that could never be planned, that could never be orchestrated or worked out as a plan from the beginning, ended up in achieving success for the biggest moron that worked at the company. It's funny how different sets of circumstances and different paths can lead to different outcomes in situations that you could never figure out. I'm sure you guys have examples yourself of different strange outcomes that on surface are just unimaginable. You have no idea how could that possibly be. I'm sure you have examples that you could leave in the comments and share for us that would be entertaining. But let's look at the game here and see what the M3 Lee is doing. Bo 369. What is he doing? Is he going to be the winner or the loser of this fiasco? All we know is that he's tried his best. He's driven this crappy little tank around, and he's still alive. He has 3 people on his team and 1 enemy on the opposing team left in this match. The Lux. Remember? The other guy? We're watching the M3 Lee's perspective here, and he's decided that the best thing for him to do is to wallow around in his own base and wait for this Lux to show up. There he is. A good shot here could win the game. He's hiding in his bush, and his teammate now has gone to cap, and he is hiding in a bush protecting his own cap. We've watched probably 10 minutes. No, actually we've watched 7.5 minutes so far of this game, and it's been pretty close. He has 4 kills, so he's done something right. He's hiding in the bush, so he knows that concealment's important. He's only in tier 4. He's not a Unicom, he's just a regular schmo. He's just a regular player, trying his best. He doesn't know that one of his teammates is capping, and there's 1 enemy left, that possibly that enemy will be lured back to his own base to try and reset the cap, and that maybe if he went to help his teammate that's in the cap, he would have a high chance of encountering that enemy. He's realized it now. It's taken him about a minute of his teammate capping, and now he's realizing, well, maybe I should move to the north because maybe that enemy has gone back to reset. Let's see what happens here. A series of events has unfolded and transpired so that he is in this situation now. He is driving in the middle of the field, headed toward the enemy base to help his teammate who is capping with only 20 seconds left, and this game is over. But this game is not going to be over in 20 seconds. In fact, we're not really sure what the outcome will be yet. Oh, look! Look, there's the enemy, the Lux. He's only got 2 HP, and he's moved in to reset. Strange, isn't it? He must have watched some of my videos that explained to him that you can never go wrong going back to base. Who would have thought that he would have gone back to his own base? It's absurd. There was someone capping. There was a siren going off. Out of his speakers, there was a big red line on his screen that was telling him that there is an enemy capping the base. And surprise, 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 he went back and he reset. And now the M3 Lee here, Bo 369, is launching himself into action. Now he's just a regular guy. He's just a regular guy playing this game. And he's going to move in here now, and it's 1 versus 1. They've both got 4 kills. They've both done something right. Well, they've done 4 things right. They've each killed 4 enemies, and here they are. Here they are. Is he going to poke around the corner and take a shot? It looks like the Lux has shot. Is he going to poke out and shoot? No, he's trying to side scrape. He's playing this tank without a turret. He's not really sure. He's going to give the Lux enough time to reload. because it's always good when your enemy empties his clip. You have to give him 10-15 seconds to reload before you surge forward to attack, and he's gone. Oh, this is it. Oh, there he is. There he is. Is he going to take the shot? No, he's not going to take the shot. It's whoever gets the first shot wins here. The Lux is on 2 HP, and it could easily clip the M3 Lee. Whoever gets the next shot first wins. Okay, Bo 369 is poised on this corner. He's pre-aimed. He's waiting for this Lux to poke. If he pokes, he wins the game. Is he going to poke? There he is. There he is. Oh, and he was not ready. He could have taken the shot, but he didn't. And now the Lux is going to scurry away. Is he going to go shoot him? Oh, no. He's taking a hit. He did not fire back. Oh, boy. This is like, it's 1v1 here. They're both nervous. They both know that the next shot will win. And what is going to be the M3 Lee strategy now? He is going to back up and not be pre-aimed at this corner. Now, guys, a certain series of events has led to Bo 369 being in this position, right where he is now, hiding in this alleyway, looking down this road. Is he going to be the winner, or is he going to be the loser? Well, let's see how the Lux got into the same situation. PZK93 started this game at the same time as Bo 369. He's in Tier 4 just like Bo. He downloaded this game and played, and somehow, through a series of circumstances, has found himself in the same game on the opposite side. And let's see what he does. It's very interesting to watch this from two perspectives, and I got to give a shout out here to both these guys. One of them will end up being the winner, and one of them will end up being the loser. And old PZK here has quickly moved into the center and taken a couple of hits. He's moved right out in front and lost some HP right from the beginning, and has made a beeline for these bushes. Let's see what he does. Okay, I'm sure he's still spotted here. Why are they not shooting him? Why are they not shooting him? Well, I guess he's gone stealth by now, but somehow he miraculously did not take more than one hit getting to this position. And there is an enemy. Oh, look at this. He's got a couple of them, and he's going to take some shots here. And is he not spotted? I guess he is not spotted. Look where those enemies are. Look where the red dots are on his map. Somehow, he's been able to get into this spot. There's an enemy right there. Is he not lit up? Well, let's see. If he fires his gun and gets spotted, that means up till now, he is not lit. Is he going to take this guy out? This guy has no clue. And there's the light. I guess he was not spotted, and now he is, and he's taken a hit. Somehow, this guy must have amazing camo. But anyways, he's moved up aggressively here, and he's kind of in this little alcove. Does that guy not? His teammate has no clue that there's an enemy there. He's in the way. Is he going to take this guy? His teammate was in the way, and he's taking some more shots. Okay. Well, he's using his tank as a little stealthy little guy. He's moved up. You know what Bo did in his M3 Lee to get himself cornered in the alleyway. We're going to follow PZ here and find out what he does to get cornered in the opposite alleyway. Alright, he's going to come around here and take some more shots. He's using his stealth. Now, both of these guys have their stories. I don't know anything about either guy in real life. As a matter of fact, I don't even know if they're guys. There could be a couple of gals playing here for all I know. But I'm using this as an analogy to describe and paint the picture that two average guys, let's just call them guys. I know they can be gals. Why do I want to call them gals? Two average gals here could be following very similar paths and having very similar experiences. In the game here, both of them have, what's he at here, about 600 damage. He's doing about what the M3 Lee did. He's trying his best. What did the M3 Lee, when we left him, had about 900 damage. So I'm sure they're going to end up being very similar. Two average guys just trying the best they can in a game. Right? Just like two guys at work trying well, actually, if you're at work, most people at work aren't trying the best they can. They can't wait to get home. Can't wait for the weekend. That's the point. When you're not in the game, in the real life analogy, you have no clue how certain things work out, how some people achieve what they do and some people end up in the situations they're in. Half of the time, people end up in certain situations without trying at all. It's all just luck or fluke or a series of circumstances. Some of the situations are really good, and other times the situations are really bad. And unless you can follow their path meticulously all the way through and follow the path of some of the people that were involved or that impeded or helped the progress or somehow interacted with them. Speaking of which, there's Bull 369 in the M3 lead. Look, he's hit him twice. The Lux has shot him, and he's missed. That one miss left this guy. Bo missed that one shot in the M3 lead, and it's left PZK93 on 2 HP. That missed shot was an essential ingredient in leaving these two fellas in the precarious situation that they found themselves at the end of the game. But now let's analyze this game. From PZK93's perspective, there's 4 enemies, 3 of which are tanks and 1 is an SPG. If those 3 red enemies attack him at the same time now, he is capping, this is a sure loss. But what series of events would lead to him surviving and finding himself in the precarious situation that he found himself at the end of the game? What series of events? Well, a Hetzer shows up, pulls around the corner, does not fire and gets killed, and no one is there to back him up, which enables the Lux to scurry away. There's the M3 Lee behind him who takes a shot and misses. And that series of events has led to the finale, which we do not know the outcome yet. And now these two, the M3 Lee and the Lux, are about 20 meters apart, staring at each other, undetected. And we know what the M3 Lee did because we watched that replay already, but the Lux doesn't know what the M3 Lee did. But getting back to what I was saying, unless we follow the series of events in detail that led someone to end up in some situation that you might think is unlike, how did he become the manager? Unless you follow in detail the series of events in his life that led to that, and maybe the series of circumstances and interactions of 4 or 5 other people whose threads intertwined with his, unless you do a detailed analysis, it's almost impossible for you to understand how did a certain situation come about. How did this person end up being in that situation, good or bad? It's almost impossible, and that's why there's so many things that are shocking, or you view and you say, wow, I can't believe that. How did he end up there? Why is that beautiful blonde woman with that chump loser guy? How did that guy end up in jail? Why was this guy promoted? He's a clown. All of these things that seem so ridiculous and so unimaginable on a glance can only be understood when you finally unravel in detail the fabric, the intertwined fibers, the timeline that led to such result. Just like you would never guess if you were visiting the company I used to work for, that the biggest clown, the moron that everyone realizes is a moron, that flops around from region to region because no one wants him around, ends up being one of the most influential people at the company. You would say, well, how the hell did that guy ever get in that position? Who's the idiot that put him there? Well, it was a series of events, an unfortunate series of events. Or in your case, you may view them as a fortunate series of events because somehow that intertwined with my existence and led to me finally through other series of events which are so on and so forth, kind of related and intertwined, being fired from said company, and somehow finding myself in this basement watching these stupid videos and trying to make sense of them for you. This is a long freaking video. I'm trying to, follow along and make it worthwhile for you. Now, okay, we've gotten to the point here where the M3 Lee is waiting at his base, even though his teammate is capping. And right about now, the M3 Lee is driving through the field, unknown to this Lux, who is driven back to reset, and that aiming time he only hit one of those shots. And now he's fighting this TD. If the M3 Lee had moved up earlier to help, he would have been able to help out, and they would have probably been able to kill this guy. But the M3 Lee is not around. The Lux here has dodged the shot, and now he's going to pull around the corner and try and... We know that he resets. How did he do it? How did he do it? He's going to sneak and just hit the sliver here and take a shot. Yeah, Leah Hadidi. 80% of success is just showing up. And he showed up, and he succeeded. Where is the M3 Lee? Well, we know where he is. He's driving up that way somewhere. What did the little Lux do? Is he the winner, or is he the loser? There's the M3 Lee. That's the first time they contacted each other, and now here's the showdown starts. What did the M3 Lee? Remember what he did? He did not come around the corner to shoot because he was worried. Oh, I'm scared. I don't want to come around the corner. The Lux has almost emptied his clip. The M3 Lee does not pull around the corner and shoot him up the ass. He did not know that he was facing the wrong way. And now the M3 Lee does not charge forward while he's reloading. He does not charge forward and kill him while the Lux is reloading. He gives him time to reload. And he did not know that this guy has scurried away now. What did the Lux do? He went to the next corner and hit. Now he's spotted again. Okay, now they are both spotted. They are both facing each other. What happened? This is you've been waiting this whole time. Let's see what happened. He pokes around. He does not want to get hit. The M3 Lee is staring him down. What happened here? Do you remember? I don't actually remember what happened. He pokes around. He waits to go stealth. The enemy has disappeared, so he's probably disappeared. And is he spotted? Yes, his light bulb has gone off. And he's dodged a shot. He waited there. He dodged the shot, and now he scurries across. And he's backed up the M3 Lee. Oh, he's taken a couple of shots. Now he is reloading. Does the M3 Lee charge while he is reloading? No, the M3 Lee does not charge, because why would he want to charge while the Lux is reloading? It only takes him 15 seconds. There's no way he would have gotten here and killed him. Well, yes, there is. But did he know that he was reloading? Well, he should have, because he emptied his clip. And now the Lux his ass is pointed at the corner, and his gun is pointed the wrong way. But the M3 Lee does not show up. If he would have just shown up and driven around this corner, this guy's got his gun facing the wrong way. Look, he's looking at the building. The M3 Lee could have come around that corner and basically just shot him on the move without this guy being able to even turn his turret and react in time. They both played approximately the same game. They both had approximately the same result up till now. They're not unicoms. They're both regular schmoes. They're like two guys in the middle of the bell curve trying their best out there, just giving it the best they can. They're both nervous. It's 1 versus 1. Look at the Lux. He has no idea where to go. He's staring at the building. The M3 Lee could have come from either direction, and this guy would have had to turn his turret to aim. He's poked there. Where are they? Where'd they go? Well, the M3 Lee, when we left him, was right where the red dot is on the map. You see where he is there? Last known location. That's where we left him, and that's probably where he is. He didn't take the chance. He didn't move up and move in and shoot. And what I think you have to learn from this, from watching this, unless I troll you, is that 80% of success is just showing up. From what you've seen here on what this Lux is doing, if that M3 Lee just showed up and drove around this corner, this guy would have had his gun facing the building. He's not pre-aimed. He's not ready. And the M3 Lee would have probably killed him and ended up being the winner. And this Lux would be the loser. But no, the M3 Lee is probably still sitting there, and now the Lux is going, unless he's moved. Am I trolling you? Who's the winner? Who's the loser? You're not skipping ahead, are you? You're watching the whole thing, aren't you? You've already invested 24 minutes. This is the longest Klaus video you've ever watched. And you still don't know who's won and who's lost. One of these guys is the winner, and one of them is the loser. Who wins? Who loses? Well, 80% of success is just showing up. And who shows up? Let's watch. Let's watch. Is the M3 Lee still there? He's not there. Where is he? Where is he? How will this end? Well, the Lux shows up. He is still there, and he kills him and wins the game. The M3 Lee was in the exact same spot we left him, not pre-aimed at the corner, and victory for the Lux. Look at this. Look at these results. Shout out to both you guys. Look at them both on top, both around 1,000 damage, right? Let's check out how the M3 Lee did here. Way to go, buddy. Thanks, Bo369. Shout out to you for letting us enjoy this game. Well done. And to the Lux, look at that. You are the winner. Winners and losers. 2 threads, 2 stories that intertwine and work their way through a circuitous series of events which leads to a precarious ending which they both find themselves in. And alas, only one can be the winner and one ends up being the loser. But was it really skill? Was it really commitment and practice? Or was it luck? 80% of winning is just showing up.